What's up, guys? This is Colonel coming at you with an idea of how to fix pass blocking. The only issue I see with pass blocking now that's stopping it from being perfect, in my opinion, is the insta sheds. And this idea I've had it for a while. We'll nip that in the bud real quick, real easy like. And my recommendation only has to do with giving the running back new options to pass block. Now, when you hot route your running back to pass block, there's just one option, pass block. So my recommendation is once you hit that pass block option, another screen pops up with 4 new options: outside left, outside right, middle, and float. Now let me break down outside left to you. Now, for example, if you would call outside left, running back as soon as the ball snapped, goes up, gets to the hip of the tackle. Now, if there is an extra blitzer that would come free off the left, he would pick up that blitzer. But if there is no blitzer on the left side that would come free, he gets on the hip of that tackle and double teams the edge man. Now that's the pro from calling that. It neutralizes the left of the field blitz-wise and insta-shed-wise from the edge rusher. The con of that is anything that comes up the middle, he's oblivious to. Anything that comes to the right, he's oblivious to. So that's where the mind games comes in. So the same exact thing would happen if you were to call outside right. So that gives you a nice balance of how to, boost up your protection to the outsides. And there's a con to, getting tricked and, calling the wrong side, if you will. And it just gives you an added sense of, relief, if you will. If you were to call outside right, my right, the protection on the right side of the field is good to go. I only have to worry about sheds from the middle and the left. Now, that pretty much takes care of outside left and outside right. Now, middle, if you call middle, as soon as the ball snapped, however you got to do it, get him to, post up a little bit, like 2 or 3 yards behind the center, if you will. And all he's looking for is if there's a free rusher coming up the A gaps, he takes that free rusher. But if there is no free rusher, he looks for sheds from the tackles. So pretty much the same thing that will happen on the outside. If you call outside left and outside right, happens in the middle if you call middle. So that's what your boost is. He takes care of the block sheds in the middle of the field when you call middle, but he's oblivious to anything that's coming on the outside of as far as like the outside left and outside right. So that gives balance. Now, the last option is the float. The float option. The float option kind of mirrors what's already in the game. He, as soon as the ball snapped, he stays back here, kind of floating around, looking to see what goes on. If someone breaks in, he takes that man. So the pro of doing that is you don't commit to any side or any, direction. So you're able to take on all comers, however they come. The con is you may get to him late because he's in a bad position. By the time he gets to that, that rusher or that insta-shed guy, it may be too late. He may be in a bad position, or he may, depending on the positioning, he may not be able to get to him. So that's the pros and cons to the float. So that's my idea as how to fix the pass blocking for good. With slide protection, ID to Mike, and now these proposed pass blocking options for the running back, there should be no area where pass blocking breaks down. If you make the right call, you should be able to pick up everything. So people shouldn't have any excuses if these new pass options were implemented for the running back.